So I said I would kind of keep everybody up to date on my flooded or flood plot, food plot for deer that floods. My springtime planting, the clover didn't come up, or the brassicas didn't come up, and the oats did really well. But since the brassicas never came up and the oats were done, I redid the plot in clover and turnips. And this is what I came up with. This is November 30th, and we still haven't had a really hard freeze yet. We've had a lot of nights that were 29, 30 degrees, but you can see right here even there's some really large turnips. I've got some tennis ball sized turnips in here. I didn't fertilize this, and you can tell because there are areas where it's not nearly as high and other areas where it is high, where the ground was better. The clover did come up somewhat. Here you can see some clover. This clover isn't good for flood ground, but I can always take a chance because it hasn't flooded since I planted it. It may not flood for a long time. It may flood next week. So it just depends on the rain. So I'll show you a little bit more, and you can tell the turnips are starting to turn, but the deer haven't been eating them much yet. You can see I've got apple trees in here, and they all had about a third of them had apples this year. And even with those cages around them, the deer found a way to get the apples. They pushed up against the cage and reached over and stood up, and I lost all the apples I was actually trying to save. When the trees get bigger and they can drop apples throughout the season, it'll be a little bit better for deer. Over here there were some trees that were cut down long ago, and they rotted on this hill, this little hill, and sure enough you can see where it grows really well where the ground is better. So next year I'm going to fertilize when I plant. I think it'll make a big difference. But you can see there's clover. You're looking close here. There is clover in between the brassica. I do have some grass in here. That's just natural, native. Not sure what kind of grass it is, but not a bad thing. But this is what I got. It's about not quite a half an acre is about the size of it. And when it freezes, I'm hoping that all these tops will turn to sugar and the deer will come in here and eat them, and it'll be more of a bow hunting thing for me in southern Illinois. And second gun season for us is this weekend, and this is not where the deer are going to be, I don't think. Had a trail camera in here. I pulled it out for now. Don't have anything documented, but you can tell it's not really being eaten on yet. The trail camera pictures I had in here, when I did have a trail camera up though, they are eating things in here. I'm thinking it's the clover, I'm just not sure. Here I had a couple of bio rocks and put them there at the beginning of summer. They've long since gone, but the deer licked that hole. They licked the dirt where it was because of the things that leach into the soil. And that's the hole was created by deer licking the dirt. I'll go over here a little bit and show some more. You can definitely grow, I can definitely grow turnips. I planted these in late August. I mean, here's one right on the edge. You can see it's a pretty good sized turnip on this little plant. It's not a very big plant, and that's about bigger than a radish. It's on there. We'll see if they eat the turnips this winter. I don't have anything in the other food plot. It was too wet and to plant when I planted this one. So this is my only plot. here I have a bridge project. I'm going to make another video on it, but I thought I would just glance over it and show you, and then if you have an interest in it, you can maybe later look at my video on my bridge. That's my old bridge. It's a frame of a mobile home, and this is just strictly I-beams, 8-inch by 8-inch, 50 pounds per foot I-beams. 40 foot's the distance, but you can see I'm pretty far away from the bank here with my footing. I got a 12-inch wide footing here. I've welded some cross bracing in the center, and the boards I'm going to put on top are going to go crossways, and they're going to go under the lip of that piece of steel. You can see the little blocks we have in there. That's where the treated wood's going to go. So I'll put a whole nother video together on pictures I had of when we were building this. But you can see this creek here is pretty difficult for me to navigate with a four-wheeler, so just not nicer with a bridge. No, that's it for now. If you have any comments or questions, leave them down there, and I'll try to answer them. And I'll try to get more pictures. I'll put a camera up here once it freezes, and if everything over here lays over like it should when it freezes, I should get some good camera shots of some deer. So, but for right now, it's just not that active.